Come close, come close, come close. Let me de-influence you. Let me talk to you personally, one-on-one, on the things that you absolutely do not need as a first-time mom, as a new mom. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. This is the bottom over here. You absolutely do not need the things that I'm about to mention in this video, at least for a start. This is my own personal opinion. If you have excess money, if you have so much money and you have people around you that are willing to buy these things for you, absolutely, by all means, go ahead. These are the things that I did not use. I have not even brought it out from the carton since I gave birth, and I bought it at the time that I was pregnant. Let's go. First of all, you don't need a diaper warmer. I'm in Canada. Canada is cold. You don't know. I'm going to. You don't. The one I bought, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in this house, but I have not used it up until now. I have not even brought it out from the carton. I have not even set it up. I have not even as much as plugged it in to know if it's working or not. It's somewhere packed because I didn't need it. Okay, are you saying, okay, you are in Canada? Are you going to be carrying the diaper warmer everywhere that you are going? The baby would need to go for checkup, and you may need to change a diaper there at the place where you're doing the checkup. Sometimes you may even need to change the diaper inside the car. So what exactly, how are you going to plug the diaper warmer? You know, I'm in Canada, okay? I'm actually in a cold part of Canada. I'm not in Ontario where they have better weather, but I'm in Calgary and the weather here is actually cold. It's quite cold. And at the time that I had my baby, we were in a basement. So there is nothing as like colder that will be colder than a basement. So I don't know what you're talking about when you say that the weather is cold. When we were in the hospital and the diaper was getting changed, the wipes were not warm. So what are we talking about? You don't need a diaper warmer. Don't buy a diaper warmer. You don't need it. The second thing that you don't need is this portable warmer. This one right here is the Mom Cozy, the one that you can plug in. But I did not stop at this one. I went to buy the portable one. That's the one you can go out with. Till today, it's still inside the pack. It's still inside the carton. I have not used it. I don't know if I'm going to use it for my second baby, but the fact still remains that you do not need it. A portable warmer, you don't need it. Because as at 2 months, my baby, she stopped taking bottle. She said it's only my breast that she would take. And then we continued from there. Till now that she's taking solids, we have not used the portable warmer. Even at the time that she started using the bottle again, she didn't she didn't need a warmer because where are we going? I only will pack her milk in the bottle and I would pour the hot water in a flask and then we'll go from there. I'll mix the milk wherever we are. But honestly, even this one that I'm holding, you don't need it. You don't need it. This one, I'm starting to use it now that she's taking solids because I find it more convenient to warm her foods in. But you don't need it. What you need is kettle. You need a kettle. You need kettle. You need a flask. And the kettle that you need is basically to boil water in, and then you put the food whatever container that you can find, and then you can use this hot water, and warm it up. But that's it. That's about it. You don't need a fancy warmer. This is about like maybe, I don't know how much I got this, but it's close to $100. That money, channel it to her education fund, to your baby's education fund. It might seem insignificant now, but it adds up, okay? Another thing that you absolutely do not need is those fancy swing. The time that we wanted to buy a swing for our baby, we considered a lot of options, and we were close to buying those electric swings that, you know, move up and down. Like you can plug it in, or it has a battery. I can't even remember how it functions, but it was so expensive. It was like $300 and something. I'm like, why? What? For what? So we settled for the Ingenuity one. The Ingenuity one is like almost $100. I think we bought it on sale from Bell. So it was about maybe 70 something or 60 something dollars, and then that's what we ended up using, and it functioned, and it like that one, it wasn't electric, it was battery, but it worked. That's the bottom line. It worked and we used it, and even now her weight is too much. She can't be on the swing anymore. My baby is 7 months, by the way. We used it a couple of times when she was still a newborn and when she was about 3 months old, but after then it was just her weight is now too much for the swing, so we don't want to destroy it. We want to keep it for our siblings, so we just packed it up. So you don't need all those fancy ones. Another thing that you don't need is those fancy cribs. Please. Till now. Okay, so we set up a room for our baby, and we had a crib. Someone gave us a crib before we had the baby, so we weren't using it then because we were having space constraints. So now that we are in a bigger house, we have started using the new crib that she has. But then when she was born, we just got this like small bassinet, like very small. It was portable, we can move it around, so whether she's sleeping in the living room, she's sleeping in our room, it was easy to move around. And even when she started sleeping with us, she will still be in the a smaller bassinet until she outgrew it. So for a start, you don't need all the fancy crib. You know those cribs they say, oh, it's swinging, it's swinging, it's swinging. You honestly save your money. You don't need it. Another thing is you don't need is all those white noise machine. Let me tell you something. Overconsumption is what is killing us. That is what is doing us. Because white noise where? So when my baby was born, I'm putting in real life stories here in my own experience, just to show you the things that you absolutely do not need and the things that you do need. So when my baby was born, she was crying a lot. We didn't understand what was going on. She was just fussing. She wasn't sleeping properly, so she wouldn't sleep like for long stretches of time. But she would do sleep, but not for long. Like when the time that I'm ready to now sleep, that's when she wants to wake up. So we tried to YouTube. We tried to put like this white noise for her. It didn't work. So why am I going to now buy a fancy white noise machine to keep in her room that would enable her sleep? It works for some babies. It absolutely do not work for some babies. I know, being a first-time mom, they think it'll be shocking you that if you don't have this thing now, your whole life, like the experience will be rubbish, this. And I'm telling you now that you don't need a white noise machine, you don't need a fancy crib, and you absolutely do not need a light that, like they say, dark light. There's something that they call those lights, like they come in this bulb, you place it in baby's room. Social media can make you think that babies are just, very mindful creatures. They are very demure, they don't have problem. It's better that when you born the child, you understand like what works for your baby and what does not. Then you can buy things along the way. Don't buy it and keep. Especially all those lights, all those social media things, like people show off on Instagram that you do need this, you don't need. No, you don't need it. I'm telling you now, you don't need it. I'm going to list. Okay, so that's about it. Like that's for baby. Then when you come to baby clothes, I'm a fashion person. I'm a fashion girl. I have not denied it ever. But for babies, let me start from what you need first. You need a lot of onesies. The short and the long onesies. You need slippers. You need socks. You need baby hats. You need mittens. But those are just the basics that you need. Then if you need like several clothes for taking pictures, I would say buy the cute fancy clothes, but don't buy a lot of it. Just buy little by little, because what I'm telling you this is that especially if you are in this abroad, I don't know how they size the clothes for babies, but I realized that it's always very small for babies that are big, and African babies, Nigerian babies are quite big. So the clothes that they actually size for 6 months or for 9 months, I find that babies that are 2 months, 3 months are fitting into those 6 to 9 months old clothes. So when you're buying clothes, because they are expensive, I don't want you to buy a lot of newborn. Just buy the slippers and the onesies that you do need, and those ones needs to be changed every day. So buy the cute slippers and the onesies and leave out on the fancy newborn clothes. You can buy just few of them in case you need to take amazing pictures of your baby, but after that you don't need so much, okay, because they outgrow them very, very quickly. I'm going to, drop a list as I go, at the list that worked for me. I'm going to drop it, but those are the few things that you need. You see all those clings, do we call it clings? I don't know what they call it, but like the ones that you strap the baby like in front of you, wraps or whatever. The slings actually work. The one that has like a lining material that you just tie the baby in front of you, but you see those ones that you buckle. We used it only twice. In fact, I got a gift. The one that I got as a gift is still packed, but my husband only used it twice. Now if my baby wants to sleep, I have to back her. If you put her in front, she will just be looking around. I have to back her and then tie her hands. That's the only way that I get her to sleep. So I'm telling you now, you don't need those buckle ones. You need a sling, which is way cheaper than the buckle ones. I wanted to use a pacifier, but my baby didn't want to use a pacifier. In fact, I bought two different kinds of pacifier. I bought the Nuke one and I bought Philips. Both of them, I haven't used it because once you put it in her mouth, she spits it out. She never wanted a pacifier. She never wanted a soother. So I didn't use pacifiers up till today. So the only thing you need when it comes to feeding baby, if you're breastfeeding, you need a good pump. You need a good, I cannot stress this enough, good breast milk pump. And don't fall for those rechargeable and hands-free pump. Is it Mom Cozy or what? I don't know the name of the brand. Medela has one, Mom Cozy has another one, but I have read, before I bought my pump, I read a lot of reviews and asked a lot of moms, and they will tell me that those hand-free pumps, they are good, but they don't last. And seeing that you're going to be pumping every day for like 2 to 3 times a day, you don't need hands-free pump. That wouldn't last for you. So you need a good pump. Spectra, I would not, as in, if number one recommendation for pump is that Spectra one, that the hospital type of pump is really nice. But then I didn't buy it because I don't know why I didn't buy it again. I can't remember, but because my mom friend recommended Lansinoh pump, that's the one I ended up buying. That's the one I still use. I don't pump anymore. I stopped pumping when my baby was like 3. When she stopped taking bottles, I stopped pumping because I didn't see the point. So you need a good pump. You need a very good range of bottles for baby. Dr. Brown is really good. This one that has like a suction in it, a green suction, is really good. I would recommend that over and over again. You need a sterilizer. Please let me know when to stop sterilizing, because I stopped sterilizing once I saw my baby moving around on the floor, not like crawling, but moving around and picking things and putting in her mouth. I stopped sterilizing because what's the point? Sterilize bottles, she picks things off the floor, she puts in her mouth. Why do I sterilize? Why do I need to sterilize? So I stopped sterilizing at that point. But as a newborn, like, you need to constantly sterilize their bottles, sterilize their pacifiers if your baby accepts one, sterilize your breast milk parts, pump parts, so you need that as well. And as a mom, as a breastfeeding mom, you absolutely do need breast milk pads. I started using the Lansinoh brand, but then I ended up going to Medela. Both of them are good, very good brands, so you can choose whichever one that works for you. That's fine. I wanted to say, like, this brand of, this is my baby's beep when she eats. Like, we're eating solids now, which is good. But like, I find that this beeps, for the kind of foods that we eat as Nigerians that have palm oil in it, when there is palm oil stain inside this thing, it's very hard to wash off. So I don't know if this is the best. I would go for bamboo next time. I will go for the bamboo brand of plates and spoons and cutlery. I'll go for that brand next. But that's absolutely the only reason why I find that I don't like this brand, because palm oil stains is very difficult to get off. But all her purees and every other thing that she eats, you know, it's good. It works very well for us. This was the spoon that was attached to the brand of plates and like spoons and bibs that I got for her, like the whole pack. I think you guys remember when I unboxed like the pack and all that. This was the spoon that came with it. So this spoon is very hard to feed. You know, this spoon is very nice. The rubber or whatever it's made of is very nice. It doesn't hurt her mouth when I'm feeding her. But then I find that even me that I'm feeding her is very uncomfortable because the hand is very short. Is very short. So when I'm feeding her, like everything that I'm feeding her with is just all around my hands, and it's just very uncomfortable. It's very difficult feeding her with this spoon because it's very short. So I decided to get one spoon from Walmart, which is about $5, which is, you know, inexpensive and does the job very well. I'm going to show you guys quickly. Munchkin brand, and it's $5. It had like 5 or 6 spoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Had 6 spoons in it, and I've been using it. It's very nice. I unboxed this brand of steamer and blender. Till now, I've not used it. I may still use it. I think I will. Like, I may still use it because it's convenient. It's good. But I got this for $100 and it's just sitting in my drawer, meaning that it absolutely wasn't necessary for me to buy it. I'm going to drop a list, like I said, of the things that I absolutely needed, like very necessary items that I used as a new mom and that were absolutely necessary for me. I'm going to drop that list and I hope you find it very helpful as well. Meanwhile, this is Chase Gokene. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, let's square up. Honestly, please hit the subscribe button, watch this video till the end, watch all my ads, like this video, comment down below if you found this video useful and what other kind of mom videos that you would like me to, you know, post for you guys. All right, bye.